Hello, guys, and welcome back again to another Form 1 Math session, Lesson 5, with the DOKs 1 to 4. So, we're going to look at 4 levels of questioning: level 1, level 2, all the way to level 4. So, without much ado, we just set ourselves up for the lesson. Yes, so DOK level 1. So, what's the story here? Numbers for everyday life, real number enumeration systems, level 1. So you have to perform the following operations on fractions. See whether you can do these operations. The following operations on fractions. Yes, we are supposed to work with these. So I think we can put this here for the meantime. This here. This here. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm setting up the problem. Yeah. Yeah, so the first set of a problem is 2 over 5. And we're going to add this up to 1 over 5. Simple operation. The next will be 3 over 4 minus 1 over 4. This is it. We want to know what the answer. Can you solve this? Try this. Can you solve this? Try this. The next one is 1 over 2 times 3 times 1 over 3. Can you solve this? Try this. The next problem is this, which is 3 over 4 divided by 1 over 2. Yes. So of all this is the hardest of the levels. And in solving this, you attempt to change this division sign to multiplication sign and then reversing the order. Yes, reversing the order from 1 over 2 to 2 over 1. This is how the change occurs. And then you can simplify this. So try this and then let's have your solution in class. Now let's go on to level 2. So what does level 2 require of us? Level 2. What does level 2 require of us? Yes. So level 2 is a similar fashion. Here, you're supposed to show working and simplify your answers. Perform the following operations, show working and simplify your answers. It's similar to level 1. It's a routine application of the skill. So it doesn't change. Level 2 is similar to level 1. And then let's go on to level 3 to see something more interesting. So let's dismantle this order. Yes, let's get this down for now. Yes. And then let's restart. So we have a question. A recipe calls for 3/4 cup of sugar. So let's say cup, the cup of sugar requires 3 on 4. And then 1/2 cup of butter. So let's have butter. There's a cup of butter and it requires 1/2, 1/2 cup of butter. And then we have a cup of flour and 2/3 cup of flour. So let's get this here. Let's say this is the cup and this is the flour. And it requires 2 out of 3, 2/3 cup of flour. So if you want to make half the recipe, how much of each ingredient do you need? That's the question. So for the recipe, you need this, that, and that. If you want to make half of the recipe that you want to, how much of this will you need? Think about this problem and present a solution in class. Interesting problem. So this is level 3 question. Our level 4 question, we will, as usual, flip over. Yes. So level 4 question is a project. So the level 4 question is a project, and the project is pretty simple. So over the next week, collect data on how fractions are used in cooking and resource sharing in your community. So we have to choose one of the following: recipe scaling, resource sharing. So let's just write that. Let's just represent that. So recipe scaling. Let's look at resource sharing. Then let's look at market transactions. And let's look at time management. And for your project, you should include 3 real-world problems. For each example, perform at least 2 fraction operations like adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, and create a detailed calculation, a calculation sheet showing all your workings. Write a brief explanation. Now, what fraction operations you use and why you use them. Make sure you clarify it. How understanding fraction operations help in your community. Think about that also, and any challenges you faced and how you solve them. Present your findings in one of these formats: a written report with calculations, a poster with examples and calculations, an oral presentation to class, or a digital presentation. This is what is involved in the level 4 questioning. So hoping to see what you get from your level 4 questions in class. See you, and remember, BHM puzzles, think like an AI.